The intro to Wheel of Fortune. This is a nerve-wracking time to be a contestant when they start playing the music, but I want to take you through some of the puzzles and some of the decisions I made and explain to you just how I came out winning $12,850. Okay, so now we're in a situation where Lisa's won 2 puzzles, she's got some money, Mary's got $2,700, and I have 0. I've only touched the wheel once, and I did not get the letter right, and I also failed at 2 other toss-up puzzles. So they're going off to a commercial and they come back and Mary gets to start, I believe. Now I am nervous at this point because I've won nothing and my worst fears are coming true. So here goes Mary, and the reason I'm showing this to you is because an interesting thing happens here.
There are 2 R's.
She gets off to a good start. And of course with each letter she gets, I'm getting more and more nervous. But here, she lands on a free spin.
1 S. Pick up that.
And the reason I'm pointing this out to you is because she has this free spin, and I don't think she gets to use it. Actually, I know she doesn't get to use it for the entire rest of the show. The wheel barely comes back to her. So she misses here.
Any ends? Not 1.
No,
you do have that
and she does not choose to use it. Okay, so now I have it. Now remember, she failed to use her free spin. I've just taken over the wheel, and spoiler, I'm going to hold on to the wheel for quite a long time. And you can see the look in my face there. I am ready to go. I am as determined as Tom Brady taking the football with 2 minutes left in a Super Bowl game down by 6. I am going to win. And one of the things I want to talk about is how I learned to use vowels. When I was younger and played this game, I thought $250 for a vowel was a waste of money. But then I learned as I got older and practiced, and also learned from some of the people on the show that told us what the contestants what to do beforehand, that it's good to buy vowels because it helps you solve the puzzle.
W?
Yes, 1 W.
Okay, so what you're going to see here as we move forward is I'm going to start buying a lot of vowels.
Vowel, please, and I.
Like right there.
Yeah, 1 I.
And that in turn is going to help me solve this puzzle after I buy a second one.
And there are a couple of O's.
You may think it's a lot of money to spend $250 for, but what good is keeping that money? Here we go.
What you wish for.
That's it.
Good, so I'm off the hook. What I was going to say is you don't want to be stuck holding all this money if you can't solve the puzzle, so you may as well spend it and get yourself a win. So that's what I did here. A lot of relief. I am breathing a sigh of relief, as you'll see when we go to commercial. I'm back in the game. There's the exhale. There's a bigger exhale. And so now I'm in the game. So now when we come back from commercial here, I get to start this puzzle. And remember, I finished the last puzzle, and now I get to start this one. So nobody else has touched the wheel but me.
Let's go. Let's get a big one.
So here we go. They tell you to cheer. They tell you to be excited. So that's what I tried to do. It's probably how I got on the show.
Yes, 2 T's.
And you're going to see now, I believe I go right to the vowels.
I'd like to buy a vowel, please, an E.
Yes, 4 E's.
Okay, so with that E, I obviously know that the word on the right is the, and I have to believe that the word on the top left is either there or these. So I know I have a letter I can go to that's going to be there.
S.
Yes, 2 S's.
I thought I might go for H, but I wanted to see if the S was in the top word. Was it these or not?
2 A's.
Here I go for another vowel.
So at $1,900,
And what you see this is doing is it's allowing me to figure out some consonants that are there, which means I don't have to make a bad guess when I spin the wheel. I know there's an R, I know there's an H.
H.
Sometimes yelling at the wheel helps. Yes, 2 H's.
Yelling at the wheel helps. It sure does. Okay? So now I know there's an R, so I can spin freely because I know there's a letter I can go to without worry.
400.
R.
And there you go. You can almost predict what's coming. Now, without anywhere to go, I'm buying a vowel.
I.
Yep, 2 I's.
I want to know if that middle word is in or of or on. And because,
Another vowel, please, an O.
right, because I don't see an O in the middle word, I know it has to begin with an O, so I buy the O. Now I have almost everything I need. Now I can spin, assuming that that middle word is on. So I guess.
N.
Yes, there is 1
But it's not there. So the other options can't be or, because the R's there. So I have
Are signs of the zodiac.
Yeah.
So there's the second solved puzzle. And now the best thing on the whole show is this part right here.
Another $3,000. What number belongs there?
12.
That sounds right.
$3,000 just for knowing how many signs of the zodiac there are. Never make any easier money in my entire life.
Scorpio.
Well, that's why you solved it, sure.
Almost forgot my sign of the zodiac.
And that means altogether you have $9,850 open.
And there's $9,850. Now remember, nobody else has touched the wheel since Mary didn't use her free spin. So now when we come back from commercial, we have another toss-up. And I don't want to strike out on these toss-ups. I'm not going 0 for 3. This took a while, but you'll see that I got it. Can you get it? And you can see me working it. I love it.
John.
Pull out shelves.
Got it.
Took me a long time, but nobody else got it. So there's another $3,000. Up to $12,850, and a little hint, I told you at the very beginning of the show, of this program here, that I won $12,850, so I'm already at that total. So you know there's no more money coming in. So I'm showing you this last puzzle because I want to take you through my mindset as we started running out of time.
I will go right to the vowel. I'd like to buy an E.
Yeah, that is a vowel.
And there I go with the E again, as you can tell, and you probably know where I'm going next with consonants. Except there was one big problem with this last spin.
Yell at it, yell at it.
No,
I didn't yell fast enough.
You're right, I didn't yell.
Yeah, sorry.
Didn't yell fast enough. Okay, so now I've lost the wheel. Lisa hasn't touched the wheel for most of the show, so I don't even know if she got any enjoyment out of watching herself appear on this show. And I've skipped ahead here, I believe.
I'll solve.
Yeah.
The
And we have a solve.
Crocodile Hunter.
That's it.
So Mary's back in the win column. And we have a pretty tight game, although I do have a sizable enough lead. And as we go to the final puzzle, as you know, Pat spins the wheel, he adds $1,000 to it, and then each letter is worth that much. So my biggest concern as we're going into this final puzzle is the fact that if Pat Sajak hits a big number, there's going to be a lot of money on the board, and somebody will have a chance to overtake me. So I'm hoping that this spin is very low. Keep it low, I'm saying to myself, even if I do win.
$1,300 a piece.
Okay, so
Place
$1,300.
is the category, and we start with you, Lisa.
And of course I want to win this and add more to my total.
One S.
And it benefits me to go third here because I get to see a little bit of the puzzle before I choose my own letter.
Mary.
T.
One T.
Okay.
Place.
Now I'm pretty sure I know what the last word is.
John.
R.
Two R's.
Okay, so I think I have it. The only problem
Grocery
is
store.
can't be grocery store because there's no R. That's the second letter. But I've basically given away the answer to the puzzle.
One L.
And I have it,
Jewelry store.
as you can see. She gets it. So the good news is she wins, but she only won $2,600. So I already know now that nobody has surpassed my total, and I'm going to the bonus game.
Pretty good 20-25 minutes work. 20.
So Pat comes over and does his talk. You can see me with a big grin on my face, trying to suppress it, clapping for Lisa because she didn't win,
So you had a good time?
I had a great time.
clapping for Mary because she didn't win.
You better believe it.
You have three.
And this was kind of my dream. I just wanted to get to the bonus game, take a chance at winning some big money. So here we go.
It's you and me in the bonus wheel. That's it. $12,850. Our big winner. John's going to the bonus round, and he's going to win what? Maybe
Big one, 100,000.
$100,000 was available to me. I didn't get that one, but you'll see in a moment what I could have won. And again, I'm giving away the surprise that I don't win the bonus game, but I made an interesting error. Again, I played this game on my PC for weeks to practice beforehand, and I will tell you that to this day now, and I didn't realize it at the time, that I would swear that I saw the puzzle that I ended up getting in the practice game. And I also would swear that I made the exact same mistake that I make here. If I had just remembered and learned from my mistake, I probably would have solved this puzzle, but as you'll see, it cost me.
Settle in your spot. Phrase.
So we're going to get the customary letters.
R-S-T-L-N-E, the letters we always start with, and we'll put some of them up there now. Audience, very quiet, please.
And not a whole lot of help. Now, I already know that the first word is probably A. So when we get to the consonants, I'm not going to put an A in because I already know it's there. I'm trying to nail another one. I'm trying to think of what letter comes after S. And I'm thinking, I didn't think H, of course, that cost me. I'm thinking SC, scene, or score. I'm thinking smoke.
Nothing.
Nothing. See how I looked at him? Are there any letters? Please? Please, are there any letters?
How long would you like us to wait?
So I tried to work it out, but it wasn't going to happen.
Good luck.
A dower. A sour. Oh no, can't be sour. A A deer, a dare, dying. I don't know.
But you know what? You did a great job working.
The A, I really believe I would have had it. As you can see, there were 3 A's, and it would have certainly helped me. And if I'd have been thinking about that H, but here, as Pat asks me,
Try to put another one in.
Yeah.
explaining to Pat that I didn't go for the A, just like I told you.
What are you going to do?
I know. Did you think about F?
Never.
No. How about H?
Never.
Just say yes, John.
Oh, yeah, I did.
We have to look in here and see the
Okay,
I'm sorry that didn't work.
$25,000. I would have won 37 instead of 12. That was a big loss. That's a lot of money, $25,000. But hey, I won. There's no complaints. I got to the bonus game. And what is it, 2 or 3 months after it airs, which was 2 or 3 months, I received a check for $12,850. And if I can find it, I'll put it in this video. I'm not sure I have it. But I want to also show you the credits here because this was interesting. I got a chance to stand there and chat with Pat and Vanna. Vanna I had a crush on as a teenager, so to be standing 2 feet away from her or shoulder to shoulder like this was pretty cool. She didn't get a chance to say much because Pat hogged the conversation a little bit, but he was telling me, knowing that I was moving back to Florida at the time, that he was thinking of buying property down there. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about life in South Florida and those sorts of things. Of course, when this ended, as you'll see in a minute, Pat basically says, okay, when they yelled clear, he just said, okay, bye, and took off. So I thought that was kind of a little bit of a brush off. He just basically knew the camera was off and ended it. So it was a fun experience. I had a fantastic time. I was on a couple of other game shows in my life, Scrabble with Chuck Woolery, but this was a wonderful experience. Wheel of Fortune was always a dream to go on. I made it onto the show because I believe at the time I showed a personality and an ability to solve the puzzles, and the reward was $12,850 and a memorable experience. So thank you very much for joining me on this walk through my episode of the Wheel of Fortune, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos.